Hello to my fellow landlocked surfers. Here is the video that a lot of you have been asking for. It's how to do a drop-in on the Oxelo SurfSkate, or how to die trying. Let's be honest, the Oxelo Carve 540 SurfSkate was not designed for drop-ins. And me and drop-ins have a bad history together. The first ever drop-in that I tried, I ended up spraining my ankle badly and missing about 2 months of skateboarding. Looking at the side profile here, you can see some of the challenges that are presented. The height of the trucks and the riser pads there, as well as the placement very close to the back of the tail, gives you very little space to latch onto the top of the lip. Also, looking down from the top, you can see that the tail is very narrow, so there's not a lot to put your foot on there. For comparison's sake, this is my custom-made SurfSkate that uses a more traditional skateboard deck, which is really designed to be allowed for a drop-in. You can see, looking down from the top, how much more space you have to rest your foot and how much more there is to latch on to the lip of that coping. When you're doing a drop-in on a regular skateboard or on a SurfSkate with a shorter wheelbase and a longer tail, you want your back foot firmly on the tail and your front feet roughly over the bolts in the front. This is going to help you to get your weight forward. It's really important to get your weight forward. You want to slam that front foot down onto the ground so you can get your wheels in contact with the ramp as soon as possible. It's a lot easier if you fall forward, a lot more painful if you fall backwards. So what adjustments should you make if you try to drop in on the Oxelo SurfSkate? Well, definitely putting your feet over the bolts in the front is way too far forward, so I drop mine back a little bit. The other thing is, because that tail is so short and there's so little to latch onto there, what I did is I put half my foot off of the board at the very tip of the tail so I could steady myself on the deck of the ramp. And beyond that, it's a mental game. You have to commit 100%, so don't go until you're ready. I stood on top of the ramp for probably 30 seconds before I went for it. Once I went for it, it was anticlimactically fine. If you watch these videos, you can see that it actually went fairly well. I was expecting to have some epic wipeout clips for you, which is why I was so excited to get all these different filming angles, but that didn't happen. But I did learn that while this feels really uncomfortable setting up for a drop-in, it drops in not too differently from a regular skateboard or another SurfSkate. So don't be afraid to try it yourselves. I would practice it on a regular skateboard or another SurfSkate first, but once you get a little bit of comfort with doing drop-ins, you can do this. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you're interested in surf skating or other landlocked surf content, please subscribe to my channel.